Hello, my name is Mansi Vaghela. Today I am presenting our project on statistical analysis in annual growth rate of expenditure component of India's GDP. So, gross domestic product GDP is total value of all goods and services produced in a country. It is an important indicator of economic performance. GDP can be measured using the three approach, but in our study, we focus on expenditure approach, which include consumption, is investment, government spending, and next net export. We also difference between the current price GDP and constant price GDP. Then current price GDP is a nominal GDP. It include inflation, and constant price GDP is a real GDP. It exclude inflections. Then next is objectives. The main objective of our study are first is to analyze the GDP and its components from 2011 to 2025. Second is to study the relationship using the correlation analysis to examine the trend using the time series method. Fourth is to build an regression model for the GDP prediction. Fifth is to compare the current versus constant price GDP using the parity test. And sixth is to apply PCA for dimensionality reductions. And seventh is to forecast future GDP using the IMA model. Then next is research methodology. We use the following the statistical technique. First is correlation analysis to check the relationship. Next is multicollinearity to detect the dependency among the variables. Third is a parity test to compare two GDP types, constant price GDP and current price GDP. Fourth is Dickey Fuller test to check stationarity. Fifth is ARIMA model for forecasting, and six is multiple regression for prediction. The next is analysis and result. GDP at the current price show the higher fluctuations due to inflation, and GDP at a constant price is a more stable and reflect real growth. Then next is trend analysis. Trend analysis is both GDP type show an upward trend. Then next GDP is current GDP is increased faster due to inflation, and constant GDP is show this true economics growth. Then regression time has a positive and significant effect. High R square values indicated strong model fit. Then next is principal component analysis. For the current data, principal component analysis, PC1 is explain 85% of variation, and PC1 plus PC2 explain 93% of variations. For the constant data, PC1 is explain 67% of variation, and PC1 plus PC2 is explain 83% of variations. And conclusion is most information is captured by single common growth factor, and multicollinearity is reduced. Then next is time series forecasting. Here, Dickey-Fuller test, our null hypothesis is a series is non-stationary, and alternative hypothesis is series is stationary. Then Dickey-Fuller test is a value minus 2.37, and p-value is 0.3035, is greater than 0.05. Then our series is stationary. This confirm that this data is suitable for ARIMA model. So forecasting result 2026 to 30. 2026 is a uh, uh, 9 19 lakh, and 2030 is 10 lakh, so 10 crore. Interpretation growth will continues steadily, and short-term forecasting are reliable, and long-term forecast have the uncertainty. Then here show that uh, time series ARIMA model forecasting future forecasting. Then pair t-test. Parity test. Uh, P value is a 4.529 and P value is a 0.005662. If P is less than 0.05, there is a significant difference between the current and constant GDP. And null hypothesis is there is no significant difference between constant and current price GDP. And alternative hypothesis is there is a significant difference between current and constant price GDP. So P value is less than 0.05. So our alternative hypothesis is accepted. It means there is a significant difference between the current GDP and constant GDP price. Mean difference so that the current GDP is always higher due to inflections. Mean value is um, 54 lakh 43,882. And conclusion, uh, GDP at the current prices so that the higher fluctuation due to inflation, while the GDP at the constant price remains stable. So and constant price is more stable and reliable. GDP shows a consistent upward growth trend, and PCA so that the most variations explained by one factor. Where test confirm the significant difference. And ARIMA forecasting predict steady future growth. Final conclusion, constant price GDP is a more reliable for a real economic analysis and policy decision. Okay, thank you.